What if I told you that everything you know, your phone, your house, even your food, exists because of a handful of pivotal moments? History isn't just dates and kings, it's a series of game-changing events that shaped our world. Today, we're counting down the 10 moments that transformed human civilization forever. These are the sparks that took us from caves to the moon, from survival to innovation. Each moment is a domino, toppling into the next, leading us to the present. By the end, you'll see the world, and your place in it, differently. Ready? Let's begin. Imagine a world where darkness ruled and humans were prey, not predators. Then came fire, the ultimate survival tool. Fire gave us warmth, protection, and the power to migrate across the globe. It turned the tables. We became hunters, not just the hunted. But the real revolution was cooking. Cooking made food easier to digest, unlocking more energy and fueling bigger brains. This leap in intelligence set us apart from every other animal. Around the fire, we built community, sharing stories, forging culture. Fire hardened our tools, leading to better weapons and eventually, metalworking. It was the first technology that let us shape our world. Every achievement since stands on that first controlled flame. Fire was humanity's first superpower, and the foundation for everything that followed. Without it, there would be no civilization, no progress, no us. It was the leap that made all other leaps possible. The story of humanity starts with fire. It's the spark that lit our journey. From that moment, we were never the same. The world became ours to shape. For most of our history, we wandered, always searching for food. Then, about 12,000 years ago, someone planted the first seed, and everything changed. Farming meant food surpluses, which let us settle down and build villages. Villages grew into cities, places like Uruk and Babylon. Impossible without agriculture. With more food, not everyone had to farm. People became builders, potters, soldiers, priests, specialists. This division of labor created complex societies. Farming was more than growing crops. It was the birth of civilization. Permanent homes, cities, and social structures all trace back to that first planted seed. We traded wandering for building, and unlocked the modern world. The agricultural revolution was the foundation for everything that followed. It chained us to the land but freed our minds to invent, create, and organize. Every city, every government, every profession roots back to that first harvest. The end of wandering was the start of progress. Humanity's future began when we stopped moving and started growing. Imagine running a city or trading across continents, using only memory. Knowledge was fragile, lost with each generation. Then, 5,000 years ago, we invented writing. Cuneiform marks on clay tablets let us record information permanently. Writing began as accounting but quickly became law, literature, and history. Laws like Hammurabi's Code brought order and fairness, not just the whims of rulers. Stories like the Epic of Gilgamesh preserved culture for generations. Writing let knowledge accumulate and be shared, fueling progress. It was the first technology of the mind, a collective memory for humanity. Science, government, and culture all grew from this ability to record and transmit ideas. Every book, formula, and code today traces back to those first marks. Writing made civilization scalable, and knowledge immortal. Without it, history would vanish and progress would stall. The written word is humanity's greatest tool for building the future. It's how we remember, learn, and advance. The pyramids of Giza, millions of stones, stacked with precision, 4,000 years ago. More than tombs, they're monuments to human ambition and organization. Building them required advanced math, engineering, and logistics. Tens of thousands worked together, not as slaves, but as skilled laborers. The pyramids forced the invention of project management and civil engineering. They reflect a society thinking in centuries, not years. Shared belief and purpose mobilized an entire civilization. The pyramids set a new standard for what humans could achieve together. They're proof that with vision and cooperation, we can build for eternity. Their legacy inspiring awe and showing what's possible when we unite. After cities came empires, vast multicultural states like Rome, Persia, and Han China. Empires built roads, aqueducts, and cities, connecting millions under one rule. Roman roads and laws unified continents, enabling trade, travel, and shared identity. Empires standardized language and legal systems, laying the groundwork for modern nations. They brought peace and stability like the Pax Romana, allowing culture and science to flourish. But empires were also built on conquest and conflict. They mixed peoples, ideas, and technologies on a massive scale. The infrastructure, laws, and languages we use today are their legacy. Empires scaled up civilization, turning local cultures into global forces. They showed the power and the cost of unity on a grand scale. Our modern world is shaped by the echoes of these ancient superpowers. Empires connected the world, for better and for worse. Their rise was a turning point that still shapes us. Why are we here? What's right and wrong? Major religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, offered answers. They created shared moral codes, uniting people beyond tribe or family. Religion inspired art, architecture, and learning. Cathedrals, mosques, temples, and ancient texts. Faith shaped politics, legitimized rulers, and sparked both unity and conflict. Wars, borders, and even holidays have roots in religious history. Religion has driven charity and violence, progress, and division. It's shaped our laws, cultures, and sense of purpose. Whether you believe or not, its impact is everywhere. Religion organized societies on a massive scale. It's one of the most powerful forces in human history. Before the printing press, books were rare and knowledge was for the elite. Then Gutenberg's invention made books cheap and ideas unstoppable. In 50 years, more books were printed than in the previous 1,000. Knowledge spread to the masses, fueling revolutions in religion and science. The Protestant Reformation and scientific revolution exploded thanks to print. Ideas could challenge authority and spark change. The printing press democratized information, leading to mass literacy and public debate. It was the internet of its time, connecting minds and accelerating progress. Newspapers, education, and revolutions all grew from this invention. The printing press armed millions with knowledge. It was the spark that lit the modern age. Information became power, available to all. The world would never be the same. For millennia, continents were isolated worlds. The age of exploration stitched them together, sometimes violently. Columbus's voyage in 1492 kicked off the Columbian exchange. Plants, animals, technology, and diseases crossed oceans. Diets changed, populations boomed, and a global economy was born. Silver from the Americas paid for silks in China. Trade spanned the planet. But exploration also meant conquest, colonization, and the horrors of the slave trade. The world's wealth and pain became interconnected. After this, no place was truly isolated again. The age of exploration globalized food, trade, and ideas, but also conflict and inequality. It was the chaotic birth of our interconnected world. Humanity's story became one shared narrative. The world became one, forever changed. For centuries, life moved at the speed of muscle and wind. Then came steam, the engine of the Industrial Revolution. Factories replaced handwork, cities exploded, and mass production began. Steam trains and ships shrank distances, connecting markets and people. Millions left farms for factory jobs, creating new social classes and challenges. The world's pace accelerated. Goods, ideas, and people moved faster than ever. The Industrial Revolution brought wealth, innovation, and upheaval. It built the modern city and consumer society. But it also brought pollution, poverty, and unrest. We traded muscle for machines, and changed everything. The steam engine powered the leap to modernity. It was the engine that built our world. Welcome to the digital age, the revolution we're living through. It began with computers and exploded with the internet and smartphones. Now, information is instant, global, and nearly free. Billions are connected, knowledge is at our fingertips. The digital world has transformed work, relationships, and entire industries. Companies built on data now shape our lives. The pace of change rivals the Industrial Revolution, but it's even faster. Now, artificial intelligence promises to reshape everything again. AI could solve our biggest problems, or create new ones. We're at a turning point, building the future in real time. The choices we make now will echo for generations. The story of the digital age is still being written by us. 10 moments took us from the campfire to the global network. Human history is a story of constant transformation, always inventing, always pushing forward. Each leap was a risk, but it's why we're here today. The pyramids, the printing press, the smartphone, chapters in our epic story. The only constant is change. What will the next great turning point be? Thanks for watching. Let's keep writing history together.